A remarkable victory for a former central banker and political novice. Just a few months ago, the Liberals appeared on course to be ousted after a decade in power. The dramatic turnaround has a lot to do with the taunts and threats coming from Canada's southern neighbour. Even as he wished them good luck on election day, the US president didn't let up, suggesting there would be no tariffs or taxes if Canada became the 51st state.
When he started talking about our Prime Minister being the governor, that did not sit well with us.
It was a defining moment because Trump basically inspired the nationalism of Canadians, and Canadians are voting for their own, identity.
America wants our land, our resources, our water. President Trump is trying to break us so that America can own us. That will never ever happen.
All right, everyone, get out to vote.
The Conservatives campaigned on cost of living, housing and immigration issues. They did make significant gains, but the man dubbed a maple syrup MAGA was ultimately unable to convince enough voters he would adequately defend Canada's interests.
Now, I know that some of you might be disappointed that change did not get over the finish line tonight. Change takes time.
This election was being closely watched around the world to see what lessons could be learned of the political consequences of pushing back on Donald Trump. Canadians appear to have chosen the candidate most willing to take on the US president.
Worthy of our values.
Now Donald Trump will need to decide how to respond.
Vive le Canada. Thank you very much.
Carrington Clark, ABC News, Ottawa.
Mark Carney's victory in Canada will give Labor here more confidence just days out from the Australian election. For his analysis, here's national political lead David Spears.
Some of the similarities between the Canadian election and the contest here are striking. A Conservative opposition leader riding a wave of public anger over cost of living, promising to slash the public service and tackle what he called woke ideologies. Sound familiar? Echoing Donald Trump had proven to be a winning strategy for Canada's Conservatives until the US president took office, imposing hefty tariffs and making territorial threats. Mark Carney's victory was built on standing up to Donald Trump and promising a steady hand in turbulent times. The parallels between the two elections, though, only go so far. Unlike Mark Carney, Anthony Albanese is not a fresh face in the job, nor is he a former Reserve Bank governor. And the threats Trump poses to Australia are on a different scale. Still, Labor's taking inspiration from this remarkable comeback win. Anthony Albanese was quick to congratulate his Canadian counterpart and point out that he too is standing up for the national interest and offering stability. Peter Dutton, by contrast, is yet to offer a view on this result. He'll be hoping to avoid the fate of Canada's opposition leader, who's now struggling to hold his own seat as counting continues.